Hey, what's up, Raiders? I'm Christian, and today I'm bringing you a short but incredibly powerful story that's a part of the most important literature in Peru. I'm thinking about The Water by José María Arguedas, an author who died just right about reality he lived. I choose this story because it speaks to much more than just water. It speaks about land, inequality, suffering, and the dignity of a people fighting for justice. I never thought it was writing a long time ago. Its themes are still very relevant today. The Water is a short story, but it carries deep emotional weight. It's told from the perspective of a boy who lives in a small Andean community in Peru. Their kids is innocent yet observant eyes. We witness the main conflict, a fight over access the water between the indigenous villagers and the powerful landlords of Gimnes will counter every time, every natural resource. In this story, water is more than just a resource. It represents life, justice, and the people's struggle. The indigenous farmers need water to survive, to grow their crops, to live, but they can't use it freely, because the landlords, like Don Cipriano, use violence, fear, and arrogance to impose their control. As the story unfolds, the boy narrator begins to understand the pain and justice around him. He'll feel fear and anger, but also hope. In the middle of all the tension and sadness, we also see moments of solidarity among the villagers, collective strength, and silent resistance. Arguedas uses simple but powerful language to show the suffering of oppressed people, and at the same time, their overbearing dignity, their vivid schemes, catch expressions, and raw emotion, the water opens our eyes to a hidden truth, the historical marginalization of indigenous communities and their fight for something as basic and sacred as water. The characters that stand out most in the water include the boy narrator, who watches every time around him with a curious mind and deeply sensitive heart. There's him, with parents, the injustice and pain, but also love he feels for his people, the Terras Don Cipriano, the landlord, that represents power, greed, and cruelty. He asserts his authority and treats the water as if it were his personal property. And finally, we have the villagers, the indigenous farmers, who, even though the right victims of others remain in the fight. They symbolize wisdom, patience, unity, and silent strength in the face of oppressions. This story touches on very powerful and real social issues. There is this inequality between landowners and indigenous people, the racial and cultural discrimination, and the way power is said to dominate and control. There are also threats and the most vulnerable feel under the threat of violence and at the same time. Their quiet but firm resistance. One of the most important steps is the symbolism of water, not just as a natural resource, but as something sacred, vital, and world-defining. Arguedas also highlights the spiritual connection that Indian people have with nature, making this story both a social protest and a celebration of Quechua culture. This story rather hit me emotionally. It made me angry to see so much injustice, but also proud to see how Jose Maria Arguedas protected the strength of the Indian people. I especially like how it mixes Spanish and Quechua. It gives the story authenticity and depth. You can't tell he wasn't writing as an outsider, but as someone who truly lived and understood this world. I highly recommend this story if you want to learn more about the real Peru. The Peru is often ignored but full of story, beauty, and resilience. Jose Maria wasn't just integrated. As a child, he actually lived among Quechua communities because he was separated from his family and mistreated by his stepmother. Because of this, Quechua became his second mother too, and he was able to write from inside the ending world, not as a visitor, but was one of them. That's why his stories that you just described, full. And that's it for today. Thanks so much your Thanks so much for joining me on this literary journey. If you like it, your rebel, give it a like. Share it with your friends, and most of all, read the water. It's not just a story, it's an experience. Let me know in the comments if you read it, or if there's another Peruvian book you'd like me to review. See you next time, Raiders!